Portugal Golden Residence Permit Investment Plan. In this section, we are going to discuss the initial application and what things to prepare. First step will be in preparation of documents. After applicants make a full payment or transfer the public deed, they can begin preparing the documents for their initial application for a Golden Residence Permit with their lawyer, who can simultaneously assist them in setting up an appointment with SEF to start the official application process. Requirements for the main applicant. According to the policy, a husband and wife cannot jointly apply for their residence permit as the main applicants. It is the real estate ownership that defines the main applicant. However, the spouse and other dependents can obtain the residence permit through the family reunification plan. Note, dependents can simultaneously apply for the residence permit with the main applicant or submit their application after the main applicants. Here we'll discuss the list of the initial application documents for the Golden Residence Permit. Following will be the documents that need to be prepared by all applicants. First, the ID photo. Each applicant needs to provide 4 color photos against a white background measuring 45 mm high and 35 mm wide. Passport should be valid for at least 6 months with at least 2 blank pages, and the applicants need to provide a copy of the passport. Private medical insurance. Applicants do not need to purchase full medical insurance when they make their first application, but if the applicants want to reside in Portugal for a long time, it's recommended to purchase medical insurance, as SEF may check if they are insured. No criminal record. If the applicants have lived in a third country for a period of 1 year or more, applicants need to provide a criminal record issued by the relevant local authorities. Note, the criminal record is only valid for 3 months. Documents that only the main applicant needs to prepare. The proof of living guarantee. So according to the minimum living standard in Portugal, it is recommended that each year the main applicant deposits into their Portuguese bank account 6,000 euros for themselves as well as for each of their dependents. The following are the documents that dependents need to prepare. The spouse will need a marriage certificate. Children under 18 years of age will need a birth certificate, a parental statement for permission to apply for the residence permit, and children over 18 years of age will need a birth certificate, proof of not being married, a student certification, and proof of financial dependence to the main applicant. Main applicant's parents under 65 years old will require a birth certificate of the main applicant or his or her spouse's, and proof of financial dependence to the main applicant. The main applicant's parents over 65 years old will need a birth certificate of the main applicant or his or her spouse's. The dependent's application documents need to be submitted to the notary office and translated into Portuguese, followed by notarization by the 2 countries' embassies. There are 2 ways to notarize the birth certificate. Applicants who need to provide the birth certificate shall present the original and the copy of the birth certificate issued by the hospital to the notary office. Then the notary checks whether the 2 documents are identical. Finally, the notary issues the birth certificate. If the applicant cannot provide the birth certificate, the applicant and his or her parents shall do the birth entity notarization at the notary office. Note, this document is valid for 6 months from the date of notarization. Statement of guardian's permission for a child to apply for their residence permit. If a child applies for the residence permit with only one of their parents, the parent of the child who does not apply for the residence permit needs to write a statement that declares that he or she is okay with their child applying for this residence permit. If the parents of the child both apply for the Golden Residence Permit, this document is not required. As for proof of studies, they must show that the child is a full-time student and it should be provided by schools accredited by the Ministry of Education. As for proof of financial dependence, main applicants must write a statement and provide other documents such as living expenses, tuition, or medical expenses to prove that their children, parents, spouse's parents are financially dependent on the main applicant. The following are the documents that the lawyer can assist all of the applicants to prepare. The public deed or the promissory agreement of the property. The public deed issued by the Portuguese Land Registry or the promissory agreement the original and a copy of the documents registered by the local notary. Proof of payment. So proof of payment of at least 500,000 euros issued by a Portuguese bank if it is a non-cash payment, such as a bank transfer. Or debt-free statement. It's a document issued by the Portuguese Tax Department and the Social Security Department certifying that the applicant has no debt in Portugal. Declaration of credit. A document drafted by the lawyer and signed by the applicants that they are willing to apply for the residence permit. And the application form for the residence permit, as well as a letter of responsibility. The main applicant is required to sign their name in the official accountability letter for their dependents, declaring they will be responsible for them. Note, as in time, it takes about 1 week to notarize the documents, while it takes about 4 weeks to notarize the documents for double notarization. Document validity. All documents need to be submitted to SEF within the period of validity of the documents. As for submission of documents, SEF has the right to require the applicants to update or supplement the relevant documents. This includes, but is not limited to, the documents mentioned above. As a suggestion, applicants should provide accurate information and make sure that the information is not altered, or it may affect the application process and the result. The lawyer will book an appointment with SEF to submit the application for the residence permit. The appointment with SEF will be set before the applicants go to Portugal to submit their applications. SEF will send an appointment letter to the lawyer, and the letter will be delivered to the applicants via their agency. The applicants can then purchase their tickets to confirm their trip to Portugal. The applicant must have a legal visa to enter Portugal. And apart from the above mentioned documents, the applicant will also bring a hard copy of the appointment letter. The applicant can bring all their documents in person when entering Portugal, or have all the documents sent to the lawyer in Portugal with the assistance of the agency. And the applicants pay the case filing fee at the SEF office, accompanied by their lawyer, and submit their documents and biometric information. The fee will be about over 520 euros for the main applicant and about a little over 81 euros for each dependent. As under SEF regulations, all the documents must be submitted with the first application as the initial filing, and SEF will check the document's complicity. If the portfolio is complete, SEF will accept the application and review the portfolio. If any document is missing, SEF will refuse the application. SEF will inform the applicants if their portfolio is not complete within 10 days from the date of submission. The applicants must reply to SEF and file extra supporting documents within 10 to 20 days from the receipt of SEF's notification, or SEF has the right to deny this application. The main applicants must submit the first application in person and submit their biometric information. In addition, it is recommended that all the applicants should make their first application in person as the initial filing. If dependents cannot apply in person together with the main applicant, they will have to apply for a separate appointment unaccompanied by the main applicant. As for processing and approval, according to the new regulations of SEF, the related departments need to reply within 90 days of the applicant's first application for their residence permit. SEF will approve the application for the residence permit after processing all the documents of the applicants. SEF will send the letter of approval to the lawyer. Then the letter will be sent to the applicant via the agency. The lawyer assists the applicants to apply for a residence card authorization, and the bank will send the authorization document to the main applicant's email. Then the applicants will be required to sign the document under the guidance of their agency. The main applicants will then send an authorized email to the bank, and the lawyer will receive a check from the bank and make a payment to SEF. It usually takes 1 to 2 months to produce the residence card from the date of the payment. The first residence permit card issued to the applicant will be valid for 1 year. Welcome to Portugal, and thank you.